everybody, it's Kelly on Wine and Whatever, and obviously this is more whatever than wine, but we're not gonna discount the wine ever, ever, ever. And just so you know, I'm super sorry about the audio problems that have been going on. The problem is where I live, I've got concrete everything and I've got high ceilings, and I don't have a boom guy to stand over me with a super fancy microphone. So I'm trying to figure it out myself. So just give me a break. Just have a drink, okay? Okay, so as promised, I decided I'm gonna share my gravy recipe with you. So let's get to it, and then I'm going to incorporate some new wine that I've not tried. I have no idea what this is gonna be like. Here we go. Okay, so earlier today, I fried up some chicken with the skins. Now, as you can see, there's some, this is like the dredges is what they call it. And so I took off about 3 or 4 tablespoons from, you know, the oil that I fried the chicken. And so what I'm gonna do is heat this up at about a medium heat right now, and as you can see, it's like part oil and then part of the dredgy stuff from the chicken. And we're gonna heat this up, medium heat. In the meantime, we are going to try, let's try it. This is wine, my friends. This is by Sofia Coppola, and you know that Francis Ford Coppola has, he's a brilliant movie maker, but he has a winery up in Napa Valley. His daughter, Sophia, also brilliant movie maker, has her own line, and this I found, and I didn't even know this existed in a can, and comes with a straw. I'm talking tailgate, my friends. I've never even tailgated. I live in Texas now and I have not tailgated. So let's let this heat up and let's just, oh wow, it's like one of those, hold on, let's just open this up. Oh my God. Just hold on, leave the straw. Is that necessary to tap the can? I already wiped the can off because I've read those stories about the rats and stuff. Okay. Let's open it. So this is a Blanc de Blanc, California, which means white, my friends. Blanco is white. All right, it is opened. Now, harder to open the straw. Got it, got it. All right, here we go. It's one of those stretchy straws, but it doesn't want to stretch. Why? Oh my goodness, that is so, that is so fancy. Fancy pants. All right. Okay, I'm liking that design. That's kind of cool. All right, so I know literally nothing about this. It's carbonated white wine. Again, it's up north, Cali. So let's see how this goes. I'm drinking wine out of a straw. Who does that? I guess I do. All right, here we go. Okay. I'm totally messing up here because this is like champagne. Oh my God. Carbonated white wine. Which to me is champagne. It's kind of good though. I don't know how much my head could take of this after one of these cans, so I'm gonna let it sit here. I'm gonna put an insert later of the picture so you guys can like actually see, because the light blows all of these things out, so you can see what it is, and I'll put a link, and I don't know, you can check it out. I found this at Specs, but I'm gonna try and find out where else you guys can try it out, but it would be super handy for like tailgating, etc., or just like, you know, taking a little, I don't know, to go to your friend's house or wherever you're traveling to. Okay, so this is warm enough now. So let's try this. First thing you're gonna do, this is just regular flour, and I'm apologizing now. I don't ever follow recipes. They make literally, it's like I feel like I can't see straight. So I just kind of go by the taste and the feel, the look. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just put about, I don't know, that's not quite half a cup of flour right in there. And I'm gonna start kind of mixing that so that it just kind of gets a little bit coagulated. I said that word. Then what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of milk and you gotta have a whisk. The other day I went to, because I'm sort of like in a transition place, all of my stuff is in storage. So I went to the dollar store to get a whisk so I could show you guys this recipe, which is not a recipe. And I got behind a woman at the dollar store who spent $119 on Christmas things. Don't even know what they were. I had one whisk. She had a basket full of 119 things, and she saw me behind her, and she did not let me go in front of her. Okay, so what's gonna happen, I'm gonna stop talking too much. You're gonna have to keep whisking, and I apologize for the volume and the audio and all this crap. You're gonna have to keep whisking, and I'm gonna see if this is even gonna show you guys. It's not really, you gotta trust me. All right, so you're gonna keep whisking, and you're gonna keep adding a little bit more milk, and you just gotta kind of keep going off of what's, you know, if it looks too thick, add a little more liquid. And this is some chicken broth that I made on the side, separate. And what I did is, you can go to any market and you can get, it's called Better Than Bouillon. And it's concentrated chicken base. You can do beef base or whatever you want. But I get the chicken when I'm making gravy, and then I just add, you know, I'll add a little bit of that. It has great flavor, and do not be mistaken, most restaurants are using bouillon based like crazy. All right, so you got to just stir and stir and stir and stir and stir, and you might want to turn your heat down if it starts thickening up too fast. So I'm going to do that right now. And the only other thing that you're going to add to this is going to be salt and pepper. So don't go crazy when when you're doing country gravy, think country, think simple. Simple. Wine in a can. We're going simple. Okay? I'm not buying it. I'm teasing you, but for me, I wouldn't buy that wine, because first of all, it's not out of a bottle, and I understand the concept is kind of kitschy and okay, but for me, I'm too snobby. I'm too snobby. So you get it. All right, so I think I actually added like sort of the perfect amount of flour, which was not even a half a cup. And what I do is I keep out about 4 or 5 spoons, and clean spoons, because I'm a clean freak. And what I do is I just set them here, and as I'm going along, what I will do is test it and go, okay, it needs salt, it needs this, it needs that. I don't usually salt until the very end because I was told that the salt sort of goes away if you do it before. I don't know if that even makes sense, but all right. Anyway, this is tasting delicious, but I need a little bit more milk and I need a little bit more chicken broth. I feel like it was like a tad bit too thick. All right, but you gotta whisk like crazy, and normally I wouldn't be sitting here like chatting with you guys. I would just be like going like this, like crazy, and pepper is your best friend with gravy. Country home style gravy, go crazy with the pepper. Don't go crazy, but you know what I mean. Just get the pepper in there, all right? And I feel like I'm forgetting something to tell you guys, but the reality is it's so simple. The main part for me, this is so delicious. The main part for me is having your base, which is what I showed you was when I was like fried up that chicken. Now, when I do my turkey, and let me tell you guys something, just so I can, you know, I can deal with all of my vegan and vegetarian friends. You guys, I was vegetarian for almost 8 years. So I cooked for both, all right? And you can too. So just make it your own, but don't be a hater. The reality is, so when, let's say you make a turkey, you're going to take the drippings after the turkey is fully done, down at the bottom of that pan. Don't ever throw those away. That's the best part. You're gonna put those to the side. So your turkey's gonna go out here, you're carving the turkey. Last thing that I do is I take the stuff that's at the bottom of that, all the drippings from that turkey, and that's what I put into my pan to make my gravy. And I also, because I use a lot of rosemary, I cut fresh rosemary and I put that in with the turkey when I'm making it. So my gravy actually ends up coming out with a lot of garlic and rosemary flavoring, which is so great. But if you're just doing like, you know, a chicken gravy or a chicken dinner and you want to just make a great gravy, this is, as to me, as good as it gets. But I'm so kind of bumming about the wine right now because I'm not going to be finishing this wine. And sorry, Sofia Coppola. I think it can be good, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me. All right, I'm going to give it one last taste and I'm going to turn the heat off. I love my cooking so much. Oh my God, I'm kidding, you guys. I'm totally kidding, but I do like it. If you don't like your own cooking, then what the hell? I think I could just live on gravy, I swear. That is so good. Okay, I'm turning the heat off. I went through 4 spoons. Those are going in the sink. And again, the thing is, once you make your gravy, and if you've got people coming over for your dinner, you don't let it sit on that same burner, and it'll get like a thin, weird, you know, that thing that goes across, and you'll be peeling it off. It's disgusting. So you want to do your gravy last, and you want to have people like sitting down wherever the hell they're sitting. I don't care if they're powwow style on your concrete floors, because I think that's what's going to happen for my Thanksgiving, because I don't have any tables. I've got this counter, which sits 4. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna make it work, because who cares? It's not about that. It's not about that. So what I'm telling you is, be making the gravy as everybody else is like knocking back a drink, and you be making the gravy and then pour it into, you wanna have like You don't have to go out and get like a super expensive, like kind of like gravy pourer, but I mean, I don't know if they have them at like the dollar store. I'm not going back to the dollar store because that pissed me off. But put it in something so it doesn't keep cooking, so it doesn't get that weird film on the top. That's why I'm moving it over here. And that way you can just like put it on the table, or you can just like, you know, set it out to everyone and they can just pass it around. And then, you know, as you're getting the rolls out of the oven, you can be putting the gravy right in their face, and then the warm rolls come out, and then they can just douse everything with the gravy, and then you can just sit there and like whatever you're dousing yourself with, which hopefully is a lot of wine. Okay, so I have no idea if this made any sense, and if it didn't, you can let me know, or you can just thumbs down me. I'm sure you will do that too. But I tried, and you know, before the end of the week, before Thanksgiving, I might try to throw out a couple more things, and if you have any requests, you just let me know. And in the meantime, cheers, and this is going in the trash. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. Kitty.